This is the GMBN Tech Guide to Christmas gifts. I mean, really, where else are you going to go to get all the inspiration on that stuff you so need to add for last minute Christmas shopping? First up, fresh set of boots for your bike. I mean, tyres, they're always useful. And although you might not need some for Christmas, maybe it's a great opportunity to get a set of tyres that you really fancied trying, but couldn't justify spending on yourself. A set of mud tyres, for example, prime. You're not always going to use a set of mud tyres, but they're an amazing thing to have if someone's willing to buy them for you. Cleaning kit. Of course, you're going to need stuff to clean your bike if, like me, you ride in filthy conditions all winter. Now, concentrated stuff is better for the environment because you get 4 bottles worth out of a single bottle. You dilute it with water. Works great, gets the crap off your bike, no problem. But you might want to consider, if you've got rich relatives, getting one of these bad boys. Get a jet wash in your life. This one is bike friendly. You're not going to kill your bearings in your bike by using it. And it's really good, as you can see in this little clip, for cleaning yourself as well. Get some shiny colour coordinated stuff for your bike or for someone else's bike. Yeah, it's well known that mountain bikers are a little bit like magpies. We can't stay away from colour matching with nice shiny stuff like this headset for Nukeproof, or maybe some top caps from your local bike shop that've done some cool engraving on them. Or as simple as a new narrow wide chainring in a colour and a size that's going to suit your bike. There's loads of options for any price range. A top cap's going to cost you under 10 quid really. Or you can go to whole hog and get everything colour matched and go crazy. Some on-bike tool storage. Yeah, it's great being able to carry stuff on your bike so you don't always have to like load your pockets up or have a big bag with you. Now, I love having my little Ninja bottle cage. As you can see on screen here with my little Allen key in there, I never forget it. It's great, it's always on the bike, but there's other cool ways of doing it as well. For example, these muck-off bar end plugs, they house a tubeless repair kit built in. On one end you have the blade, like this one here, for slicing those little rubber worms up, cleaning your repair ramp afterwards, and on the other side you have the installation prong and reaming tool, and there's room to carry with you enough spares. They come with a bunch of different rubber plugs, they fit different size handlebars, and essentially fit like an expander wedge. Super neat and tidy, come in 10 colours. Or if, like me, you quite fancy the idea of bike packing, but you'd rather just carry a bottle of wine on your bike, you could consider something like this from Fidlock. You can carry anything, up to a flask in size on your bike, so genuinely quite useful for those nice wintry rides, and also a bit of fun as well. Well, it wouldn't be GMBN Tech, would it, if we didn't tell you about some cool tools that you really should own for Christmas. I mean, who am I to tell you about which tools you should own? They're all about the ones that you need, but there's also some tools that you might want to own as well. So, consider at the base level a decent new multi-tool, something like this P20 from Jobii. You could virtually build a bike with this, yet it's small enough to carry it in your pocket. What about some shiny sockets? Yeah, this sort of thing, like the ones you see from Fox and the ones that you see the pro mechanics using. Yeah, okay, they're not really much different to the flat sockets that you can get in the shops, but they're Fox, aren't they? And they're orange, and they look amazing, and they look great under the tree. Another great option might be something like this. It's a mini bearing installation kit, a removal kit for your full suspension bike. If you ever fancy changing all the bearings on your bike, Rapid Racer products have you covered. They've got a kit that fits most different bikes out there. They have different style inserts to fit different bearings, so you do have to select the one that works for you, but it's a lovely bit of kit. Not something you use all the time, but something that you'll be the envy of amongst your friends, I tell you. And lastly, but probably the most importantly, this is definitely the one you don't need, but the one that will last you a lifetime, and the one that all your mates, including Neil at GMBN, will be very envious of because he doesn't have a set of these Park Pro quality Allen keys. Honestly, these are the best thing. These are my favourite thing in the toolkit. Now, if I didn't already have them, these would be the top of my Christmas list for sure. Want to hit January hard? Well, perhaps you want to look at things like a cycle computer or a smart watch. Best use it in conjunction with a heart rate strap. These navigation computers record everything that you do, monitor your fitness. You can even structure training plans around them, as well as navigate from A to B. And this is an Edge 830 by Garmin, also has incident detection built in. So if you do manage to have a crash, it can actually notify the relevant person that you have in your phone as your emergency contact. Amazing stuff. Some lights. Yeah, some lights can be very expensive for good reason. It might be a great time of year to ask for something like this for Christmas as a major present from your loved ones. They are extremely expensive, but they're amazing. What you can do on these is frankly astonishing. But you might just need a regular set of lights just to commute from A to B. Also a brilliant stocking filler. service items. Yeah, mountain bikes do need a bit of work on, so this is also a good time to ask for some spare parts and things you're likely to need when doing servicing on your bike. Could be as simple as a new cable kit for your rear derailleur or for your dropper post. It could be some fresh seals and foam washers for your forks, so you can do that lower leg service you've been putting off all year, in which case you'll probably want some oil to go with that. Get yourself something decent, don't mess around with that. Brake fluid. Don't forget, if you're getting mineral, you can get them in big containers. If you're getting DOT, always get a small container and try and use it as soon as you open it, because it does ingest moisture over time. You could ask for a nice posh bleed kit as well. If bleeding brakes is the sort of thing you're going to want to be doing. This one from Park has everything in it. Wicked stuff. What about a nice tubeless conversion kit, or at the very least, some nice valves which you can colour coordinate with all that nice shiny stuff you're buying, and the relevant sort of rim tape you're going to need. It tends to come in different thicknesses or different widths for different style rims, so check on that if you're buying for someone else, or if it's going on your Christmas list, make sure you put the specs. 25 and 30mm for example here, and of course they do in different lengths as well. So if you've got regular rims, they do the regular length, and they do extended ones for deep section rims, and pretty much every colour under the sun. That's a wicked thing for a Christmas list, I reckon. And of course, I shouldn't be making this video without a little shameless plug for our own merch, because we make some really nice stuff these days, and I'm really proud to wear what we have. We've got loads of mugs, loads of cool accessories and things in the shop. There's the To The Woods hooded top. There's loads of cool stuff, and my favourite, which I'm actually wearing, but I'm not going to turn around and show you the back, it's this design. I love a bit of night riding, so that is the one I am all about. I'd love to know what your favourite is actually, but get involved in the shop, support your favourite YouTube mountain bike channel, and show us what you're wearing. Something to look after your technical clothing and your riding gear. Now first up, if you've got any kind of waterproof jacket, you want to be using a proper tech wash and a reproofer on it to make sure it stays completely waterproof. And well, this stuff, well, it's for making your helmet smell nice. Everyone likes a nice smelling helmet, don't they? What about some frame protection for your bike? Yeah, there's Rider Wrap, there's InvisiFrame, there's loads of options on the market. Or you could go the old-fashioned route and make your own one with some heli tape. Brilliant stuff if you've got the time to strip your bike down, give it some loving, and basically protect your bike. Now, if you've got like a set of Fox forks or RockShox forks, etc., it's quite likely after a hard season's riding, the graphics on yours could look a bit tired. So what about treating yourself or a friend's bike to some fresh decals? You can get them for all models of fork and shock, for the fork and shock. So another great thing to consider to freshen up your bike for not much cash. There's always some cool novelty stuff to have. This, for example, is the best spork on the face of the planet. Fact. End of story. And this is a bit of a cool pizza cutter. Now the cool thing about this, it has a mud guard to protect your knuckles from the cheese, but I've got to say, you've got to be careful with the tyre clearance there when you're wading through something as heavy duty as a Four Seasons pizza. You've got to be careful with your line choice, but it's a bit of fun, isn't it? What about a calendar? Yeah, we live in a digital age where everything's done on computers and your smart devices, but sometimes you can't beat a good old-fashioned calendar to hang up on your workshop wall. This one is from Bike Ninja and it's full of retro bikes. Looks great, nice and simple. What about a bit of Merry Christmas, cover your face up COVID protection? Perfect, kind of cool actually, because you get muck-off ones, you get park ones, all the bike brands are making masks now. And actually, it's becoming a way of life, isn't it? What about some artwork for your bike cave? There's loads of mountain biking companies offering stuff. This rad print here of mountain biking in the Alps is from Trail Maps. Check out the website, they've got loads of cool stuff on there. They even make this one in A1. It's huge. Socks. Yeah, they're that age-old thing that everyone buys you for Christmas that you never want. So at least if they're going to buy you socks, they may as well make them decent ones for mountain biking. Merino wool, if you don't want waterproof options, are brilliant because they stay warm even when wet. Or if you want to go the waterproof option, check out Sealskins. They're completely waterproof, which is weird because they're socks, but it works. What about some chain silencers for your bike? Or more importantly, have you got a riding mate whose bike sounds like pushing a toolbox down a flight of stairs? Yeah, let him know how much you like riding with him by getting him some of these. Fancy getting creative? Well, what about some homemade Christmas decorations, like these? It's always good to approach a new year and learn a new skill or refresh an old one. In my case, that will be riding flat pedals with these Shimano GR7s. Nice looking shoes, and I'm also going to need some flat pedals to go with those. Crank Brothers make these in two different sizes, perfect for smaller feet or bigger feet. Now you might want to consider going the other way. If you're a flat pedal rider, have you thought about going clipless? Definitely something to consider for the Christmas list. What about a bit of security for your bike? You need to look after your bike, lock it or lose it, remember? It could be a tiny little option like this that's easy to fit in your bag. It could be a more convenient option like this little combination lock from Hip Lock. Tiny little thing that to fit in a riding bag, great offering. Or it could be a whacking great chain like this one, also from Hip Lock, that you can actually wear like a belt when you're riding. Whatever you get, make sure it's a decent lock and make sure you use it. Now, if you're going tubeless for 2021, you're going to want some kind of way to inflate your tyres. It could be a full-size pump, or if you've already got a pump, what about something like this Jobii booster? You essentially inflate this and then you can release all the air in one hit to seat your tyres in a oneer. The cool thing about this over one of the big pumps is it's portable. You can pump this up with a mini pump as well, so you can keep that in the boot of your car. Awesome stuff. And lastly, and probably most importantly this time of year, is your favourite beer and something to open it with. So in my case, I'll have one of these nice IPAs. Cheers. Hopefully there's something in this ridiculously big selection of stuff that might have inspired you for your own Christmas list, or perhaps to buy someone else. I'd love to know if there is anything here that appeals to you. Let us know what you think in those comments. Have a great Christmas and we'll see you soon.